Tea Earl Grey hot.
Well, hello there, my fellow Trekkies. Today we're going to discuss a topic that has divided our fandom for decades. Who is the greatest Star Trek captain of all time? That's right. Is it Captain Kirk, the original swashbuckling space adventurer? Or Captain Picard, the intellectual diplomat who always found a way to outsmart his enemies? Maybe Captain Sisko, the hard-edged commander who fought in the Dominion War? Or Captain Janeway, the intrepid explorer who led her crew home from the Delta Quadrant after being the only captain to get lost? Or maybe it's Captain Archer, the plucky trailblazer who paved the way for all the captains that came after him, and his little dog too. Now, before we start, let's get one thing clear. There may be a spoiler or two if you haven't seen all of the Picard series. Now, I know some of you out there are already typing in the comments, what about Captain Giorgio? What about Captain Lorca? What about Captain Pike? What about Captain 7 of 9? Well, sorry folks, they don't count. They didn't have their own series, at least not yet, and end of discussion. We still don't know how long Pike lasts in the new series. Okay, let's begin with Captain Kirk. He was bold, he was brave, he was, let's be honest, he was a bit of a womanizer. For some, that's a plus though. But he also had a way of inspiring his crew.
Fire!
And always found a way to save the day. But then there's Captain Picard. He was cultured.
My love is a fever.
He was sophisticated.
As a token of appreciation for your hospitality, please accept.
Oh, Chateau Picard.
He was a bit of a tea snob.
Tea Earl Grey hot. Tea Earl Grey hot. If you say this is Earl Grey, I'd swear that it was Darjeeling.
I'd like to get my hands on that fellow Earl Grey and tell him a thing or two about tea leaves.
But he always had a way of negotiating with his enemies and always found a way, well, almost always, to outwit them. Wimp. Did I say that out loud? And Picard has seen a resurgence with this new series. Now, season 3, I think, is the best ever. So the whole Next Generation reunion is awesome. Now, let's not forget about Captain Sisko. He was tough. He was gritty. He was, let's be honest, he had a bit of a temper.
And I want to know why the Federation is willing to risk a war with the Romulans. I can't get any work done in here. Major, shut that thing off.
It was low and outside. The ball was clearly outside. Oh, what the hell were you looking at?
But he also had a way of inspiring his crew and always fought for what was right.
You missed it, sir.
Thank you for bringing the prophets back to us.
Let's not forget the whole Messiah emissary thing that really pissed off Starfleet.
Very well, emissary. We put ourselves in your hands.
Yes, he was the quote-unquote emissary of the Bajoran people, if you don't follow the series closely, and that was a little bit of a god complex. Okay. Then there's Captain Janeway. She was resourceful. She was determined. She was, let's just say it, she's the only captain who got lost, and I can't help it. Also, she was a bit of a coffee addict. Now, she really had a way of leading her crew and always found a way to get them home, even if it took 7 years.
With my crew working together, I'd say the odds of us getting through this are what? 1 in 10?
1 in 20, at best, Captain.
But I'm offering you a chance to get all of them home safe and sound. Today. Are you really going to walk away from that?
Hey, honestly, I wouldn't have asked for directions either. And finally, there's Captain Archer. He was pioneering. He was curious. He was, let's be honest, he had a bit of a chip on his shoulder, but he also had a way of exploring new worlds and always pushing the boundaries of what was possible and sometimes ethical.
Put together an armed boarding party. We need their warp coil. They won't give it to us, so we're going to have to take it.
Even if that whole series was just a holodeck program from the Next Generation. Sorry to bring it up, but talk about really making people angry.
You wish you could tell them all that this alliance will give birth to the Federation.
Computer?
End program.
That's how they ended the series. Anyway, I think most fans are over that now, but still had nothing to do with how good of a captain he was. So, who is the greatest Star Trek captain of all time? The answer is, drumroll please, none of them. That's right. The greatest Star Trek captain of all time is None of them, or all of them. What makes a great captain isn't just their individual qualities, it's how they interact with the crew and how they adapt to the challenges they face and how the writers write their stories. So there you have it. The answer to the greatest Star Trek captain debate is, it's complicated. For Study Finds, I'm the Study Finds guy, Jeff Allen. Please click in the description below for an article on this wonderful topic and share it with all your friends. Like and subscribe, please.